Psst, psst. You. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Show of
Psst, psst. You. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you tired of the same old podcast with the same old panels and the same old rhetoric? So am I. So come spend time with me, where you can have a laugh, be entertained, and learn something. I'm your host, Nova, and welcome to School of Thot. Class is in session. Hey, boys and girls, you got the man stream going with my co-host, Coco. Let's all everyone welcome Coco back to School of Thot. We're glad to see her and glad to have her. Remember, she is the fitness model and competitor, actress, and professional dancer who's got a lot of background in the health and fitness wellness industry, and that's what we're going to take a look at.
It's always so funny when you say professional dancer, because the first thing I think of is a stripper, and I was like, I didn't do that.
I know, but same thing they would think about me back in the day, but you know, but there's a difference. I'm sorry, you're
well,
trying.
I've had people say that to me before. They're like, "Oh,
I know.
was like, oh, you used to be a professional dancer," and they're like, "Stripping?" And I'm like, "No, ballet, tap, jazz, and hip hop."
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I also did belly dancing and modern, and I did gymnastics to add to that.
Ooh.
Yes, I did. I was going to go into the exotic arts. Woo! Anyway,
there we go.
Everybody's gathering in the audience. They've been waiting to see you, girl. Toasty P Fletch. We got Fungus Dungeon. Nice to see you, honey. Make sure you like and subscribe. We have got Aslam. Let's see who else is in here. We got Sean. And more are piling in as we are talking. So are you excited for our man show? We can get a little bit of education and some cringe on the impotence thing. I was watching that the other day and I felt bad. Legitimately bad. I had no idea that it led to inflatable objects or whatever, you know, like I had no idea it was that bad.
Mm-hmm.
A robotic dick, you know. By the way, this is not a show for children today. We'll be looking at anatomy. So if you are a child or under the age, please do not stick around here. This is adult content only right now. Hey, Kick members. Rexy, I believe that's how you say it. Nice to have you in. Remember to like and subscribe, please. Okay, so we're going to look at a gentleman who will be doing a podcast with me. I've reached out. He's reached out to me. His name is Nick Delgado, and he's been around since the 80s. He's worked with many professionals, including Tony Robbins, just to name a few. He's been in the health and wellness industry. He had a stroke at about the age of 22, 23 years old. And then after that point, he completely changed his life. He uses everything that's top of the line supplements. We're talking non-GMO, any med like lead or mercury, any of that type of stuff gets extracted. He doesn't mess around. He actually is one of the top lines that have been out, believe it or not. And I've known about this for over a decade. Aren't you glad to know me now? Because I'm going to pass all this knowledge on to you, lovely people. I was showing Coco earlier on who Nick was, so she could be familiar. So let's take a look at Nick back in the day, and then I will show you something today. He just turned 70 years old. He's still in fitness competition, something you can relate with, and he's still kicking ass and taking names. Let's get set so you guys can take a look at another wonderful individual that I know. Hold on 1 second. For some reason, my browser got separated. Here we are.
Joined now in studio by two gentlemen from the Delgado Protocol. The first is Mr. Mitch Abrahams. Of course, he is a medical advocate. And Mitch, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And of course, the namesake of the Delgado Protocol, Dr. Nick Delgado. Nick, always good to see you.
Great to be here.
Nick, you always have fascinating words of wisdom for us. What's on tap this week?
Well, one of the biggest concerns worldwide in men is basically intimate function or dysfunction. We call it ED. And it's a sign that there could be underlying problems such as clogged arteries, pending coronary heart disease. There could be hormone dysbiosis. So it's not solved by a simple pill. And I think the world needs to know that there's problems associated with estrogen dominance in men, not just in women. So we've created a whole protocol, very simple, with a combination of a few products, some dietary change, and hormonal intervention that dramatically restores men's function to ideal function, that to where they were like 24 years old again.
But rather than a drug, which we see so much on TV, you've got a solution that's all natural, right?
Much of what can be accomplished these days has a core relationship, whether it be enzyme dysfunction or hormonal dysbiosis, or just simply being out of shape. You know, all these things can be solved not by one single target, but kind of a combination that brings the body back into balance. And so this balance of conditions related to ED or sexual dysfunction, we're sending out a free tape, a CD, and a DVD, and even a free sample of a product item. If people just check our website and mention they saw the show, they'll find out for themselves how well it works.
Okay, now you see those 3 products? Stem to Go, Amore V, and then Strength and Energy. So I've taken the Amore before, which is got nitric oxide in it. And nitric oxide has been out on the market for a while, but it's just now hitting mainstream where everybody's talking about it. This is part of the precursors that keep your arteries open and brain function, cognitive, all that stuff. It's oxygen, right? It's oxygen, and it's opening up the blood vessels. I also still take one of his products here called Adrenal DMG. And no, I'm not going to get paid for doing any of this. I want everyone to understand that. So when I'm doing this, I don't get anything for any of this. And then I have this one that I still take, which many of the components in this are also in the estrogen. It eliminates the estrogen in the body for both males and for females. Some of the components that are in that are in this. Now, you want something that makes your hair and your nails grow super duper fast? Take this. Seriously. You want to add anything to
that? No, not yet. I'm just continuing to watch the movie.
Okay, hold on a second. People are getting loud. Hold on one second. Let me fix.
My camera's fuzzy.
So I'm actually out of the stuff that removes the estrogen, extra estrogen from the body. And it has like broccoli and a bunch of other stuff in there. So you guys need to get on board with some of that stuff, because the last time I did labs, I had 0 inflammation markers, which are an indicator for, like, say, cancer and whatnot. And I had 0. Now, I don't know if I'll have 0 today because my diet's been worse since I've been moving around more, but I'm hoping I can get it back to close to that, you know? So when I'm taking stuff, I'm also taking things that clear estrogen out of the system. And I would recommend that for everybody also, because you're getting exposed not just by hormone levels and whatnot, but you're getting it also through plastics, things in the water, things in materials. Those are all endocrine disruptors. Okay, now that we did that, we're going to get the next one on cue. Yes, it is from the late 90s. I think you're right, P. Fletch. I think you are. But it's an introduction to show you that he's been around for a while. And I'm going to start showing other stuff. So hold on one second as I get this together, because I got to keep moving stuff along. Stop the screen. Cue up the next one. Hey, Pumping Vinyl, welcome back in. Glad to have you. Today we are all about men's health. Let's see. Which he's going to be doing a podcast with me soon. Now, he's going to be talking about you can also achieve a lot of things naturally, okay? Some of us don't want to do that. Some of us do, but you have options. All right, let's cue it up.
You increase testosterone and your performance naturally.
That's him now.
I've been working at it for 43 years, and I want to share with you some breakthroughs after all these years. Let's check out what I had to find on Fox TV.
Apparently, there are ways to get steroid-like results naturally. Rick Garcia.
Oh gosh, she's referencing what we just
From
saw.
the pros down to high school, too many athletes secretly use synthetic drugs to enhance their performance and give them a competitive edge.
Steroid use is a massive problem.
Health sciences expert Nick Delgado says there are better ways to get steroids-like results naturally.
You can perfect the body beyond what steroids do.
His protocol
That's about
includes
10 years ago.
supplements to induce maximum
I remember what he looked
performance.
like then.
We've discovered a way through plant nitrogen to absorb tremendous
See?
amounts of energy.
Nitrogen again.
Exercise pro-
It's absolutely true. There are certain supplements that actually play a huge role on in the enhancement of the body to perform. And one of my favorites is this incredible product called Testosterone. Testosterone has been proven.
This is part of his new line. He has 2 lines. This is the new launch of his new line. I have taken the all-natural testosterone booster. I've also given it to men that I love in my life, and it actually works quite well. But if you're at an extreme deficit in the body, even though you can cause the body to make it, it won't be enough. You might still need to supply like a topical or an implant, whether it be a pellet. They have pellets that go into the skin for you men and for ladies. If you didn't know this, you have a pill that you can take. The only issue is some things that you might take, especially orally, you normally have to also clear out estrogen from the body. For some reason, it does some type of a conversion. So
To amplify one's androgen levels, increase DHEA, pregnenolone. It also helps to clear the harmful estrogens that interfere with muscular development and firmness of body and well-being. In fact, we've even included an ingredient for the ladies that helps to burn away or reduce cellulite.
Thank
I
God.
know this is kind of hard. Testing it, research, and the science is good. Also, Testravita has the herbs of zinc, boron. It has tribulus. It has the stinging nettles, and most importantly, a Venus sativa, which all releases more bioavailable testosterone. So let's go a little bit further here onto this whole realm of anti-aging, and can we continue to improve our hormonal levels naturally? And I believe we can. So here, let's go further.
program emphasizes light weights and a mind-numbing number of repetitions.
I shoot for about 1,000 lifts in a half hour.
And he stresses high-altitude conditioning in this chamber. It cycles the body through hundreds of oxygen, pressure, and temperature changes experienced at various high altitudes over a 20-minute period.
When you go up and down in altitude, brief intermediate exposures to low oxygen massively stimulates the body to adapt and get stronger and better.
His clients, like 43-year-old champion skimboarder Ronnie Pringle and 22-year-old U.S. Olympic water polo athlete Adam Huco, claim this all-natural approach has helped them rebuild their injury-ravaged bodies.
That helped me get back in shape quick.
And help them compete again beyond their expectations.
I'm competing with guys and running past guys that are in their early 20s.
The final aspect of this all-natural protocol, tapping the overwhelming power of the mind.
For a guy my age, 53, all that go like me to beat elite athletes.
oh shit, longer than I thought.
Well, last fall,
I'm all
Nick
10
set a
years.
strength endurance world record for the most pounds lifted in an hour. He hoisted 50,640 pounds.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So you can perform, you can perfect. And as we age, it's very important that we understand how to optimize our critical
Let's welcome in Uncle Guns, the best mod on the planet. My buddy, self-made and free. Good to see you again.
hormones. First, we do baseline testing through not only blood, but also 24-hour urine tests. We can spot check the adrenals with the saliva test, and we put that together along with some questionnaires. You can take this free questionnaire and the link in the show notes and find out what your hormonal levels and the symptoms and how they relate. And more importantly, what products, what protocols can enhance your testosterone. Here's another tip. It turns out that the sun on your skin increases luteinizing hormone. But what part of the skin?
He's gonna say probably ball sack. I used to watch him and he would tan and he'd be like, you get more stimulation of testosterone if you lay there nude on your junk. And I was like, okay, this is getting funny. I'm not kidding. And he's in Costa Mesa. Yeah. She's like, okay, after this, she's going to talk to you gentlemen about the importance of testosterone and how they gauge it in the medical field. So hold on.
It turns out that the luteinizing hormone where the sun hits is where it normally doesn't shine, is in the perineum area for about 30 minutes in a day. And so if you're outdoors in your backyard, right, remove the skivvies and you're going to be able to increase your testosterone naturally. And it also enhances cortisol and the adrenal function. So that's very, very important.
So basically toast the testes.
If you want to...
Like 15 minutes, though. I wouldn't say for very long. That's pretty delicate skin down there.
Yes, it is. It's very thin skin.
Did you see those dumb broads who are steaming their yonis? They use steam underneath with their vages. Oh God, yeah. Same type of principle. Oh, it cleans and it can boost your estrogen this way, and you're basically burning your privates with hot steam as a woman.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know all the weird stuff that they're coming out with, but he's been doing this for decades. Like decades.
I'd like to see if they actually had stats on that, like where they ran a test.
I will. We'll bring it up.
Learn how to optimize your hormone
all
levels.
these guys lay out
check
naked.
out into the
I know, right?
of our coaching program.
Showers, not growers. For what?
That's nickdelgado.com, and I look forward to helping you out in your search for eternal youth. Check it out. Get a copy of my newest book release and take the hormonal quiz and the coaching eligibility. All right, everyone. That's a few quick tips. I know you can.
Thanks, Nick. Okay, guys. I know this guy. All right. And he's already agreed to do a show with me. All right. So this is coming also very, 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 very soon, probably in the next 2 weeks. So here we go. Fun stuff, right? We've got doctors showing up. All my old contacts are paying off. And I love this guy. Like, he don't mess around. He's blunt as hell, and I appreciate that. Yes, ma'am. Go. Yes. I'm sorry.
He makes a lot of valid points that I think is honestly, it's still common sense, but it's just common sense that isn't really used very much in today.
Correct.
Like he says, you can get a lot of things naturally. That is very true. The biggest stuff that what we need for nutrients is it's better to get it from your food than supplements, because supplements have to be compounded. So then therefore it does take longer for it to go into your system. When you and I have talked about supplements and things like that before, we have discussed that some people get deterred really quickly because they'll take it for like a month and they're like, but I didn't see anything. Like, but it takes at least like a minimum of 60 days for it to actually get through your entire bloodstream, your organs, to start trying to level out these things out. And then it goes from there. But it's a lot to do with your food, and they stick so much stuff in our food. A lot of soys and other additives that actually lower men's testosterone levels. That's right. And then also on top of that, physical activity is very important, because going to the gym and doing physical activity or physical labor, blue collar jobs, that helps to actually boost your testosterone levels when you're doing those things. And unfortunately, there are a lot of jobs today that are very sedentary. And it has transformed. It used to be more of a female that used to do more sedentary work, but now it has transitioned to like bigger corporations, lots of other jobs, work from home. These things are all, yes, that's important too.
Yeah, it is.
But it has transitioned to a lot of sedentary life, or like people are tired from work, which is understandable because we're working more than we used to work like 50, 60 years ago. And now that when people get home, all they want to do is come home, and then they're eating and the food is not the best, and they're not going to the gym and getting that exercise. So then all of that is playing a huge role in their testosterone levels being lowered. And unfortunately, it does cost more money to eat right, go to the gym and have supplements. But in the long run, you're actually going to have longer longevity. You're going to have better time in the bedroom, more energy, feel better about yourself, and just lifespan as well.
Yes, also preventative. You're preventing disease in the future, right? So then in a way, you're actually saving money. So the investment should be always on yourself and your health and your loved ones, in my opinion. Now, me and Coco have bitched back and forwards about people who get all annoyed when I'm taking this here. I'm taking this supplement and I don't think it's doing anything. And she just said it. It takes anywhere from 60 to 90 days before that supplement will go in and change you on a cellular level. It takes that. Think of it as like a loading phase in a way, in my opinion. It's like a loading phase. And oftentimes when you first start certain types of supplements, like if you're going to take Nick Delgado's Testravita, that was the original product. Now he's got a superior part to the line, right? Because technology has changed, the information has changed. So there's other things you can add to it to enhance the benefits and into the body, right? Well, he would tell you it takes 90 days before that goes in and ups your own natural testosterone. Now you can feel a difference within the first week. Like when I take it, I can feel it within the first couple of days, honestly, but about a week max. So I would imagine for a man, it would be very, very similar. But people really need to start giving more time. Everybody wants that instant fix.
Yep.
You know, everything's got to be now. Everything's got to happen now. But that's not how the body works. That's not reality. It's like when we're working out, you don't really see jack shit for first 90 days that you start working out, including weight loss sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, me and Coco have talked about how, you know, you'll go into weight loss mode and then I don't even personally count the first 15 pounds, sometimes the first 20 pounds, because you can hold more than 15 pounds of water. So most people, I've lost 15 pounds. No, you're just not bloated anymore.
Yep. That's normally the first thing that people lose is their water weight. Anything after 15 to 20 pounds usually is starting to be, as long as you're doing it right, because it could be muscle mass, which you don't want it to be. Yes. But as long as you're doing your nutrition and everything right, then it should actually start being your fat that is starting to burn off and not using your muscles as fuel.
Right. Well, same child, right before we came up here, I said, I want you to talk about, and I know this, but I want her to go into detail about how they have a range when they do blood work today. And you got to be very, very careful because there's things that I know and there's things that she knows. One of them, here's an example. You have 4 major hormones that are tended to your thyroid. Okay. But your doctors and the medical field will only test you for 2. And if you want all 4 tested, because all 4 will make a determination for hair, weight loss, and all kinds of things with the body. Okay. Any of those that are off will dictate issues with that arena. Now, I guarantee you, if you go to your normal practitioner, because I've gotten into knockdown, drag out arguments with them, I don't want to check all of that. It's not necessary. I know more. No, bullshit. I've paid for concierge. It's called concierge care health before. It's far superior to anything that all of us experience in the common medical field with doctors today. So that's an example. So the same thing applies for hormones for men and for women. They have a range and they go, oh, well, if you're in that range, you're fine. No, bullshit. Everybody is at a different plateau. Okay. Different stage. Everybody's body is different. My hormones for a woman, 211 testosterone. Okay, 211. And the medical field, oh, she has PCOS. And I did not have PCOS. I just had high testosterone. I ovulated. Everything was perfectly fine. Everything functioned.
Yeah, they go off of a very generic, generalized board. Like they give you this, you get your labs done, and then they give you this little barcode. And then there's the yellow, which is like the small, and that's the low end. They give you this, which is the green end, which means you're in the normal range. And then they go to like a little tiny one like this too, which is your high range. So as long as they put you in anything in the middle, as long as you're technically still in the green, they're like, oh, you're normal. That's not true. Because some people could be on the lower end of it. Like I know someone that is, you know, they're experiencing lower testosterone levels and they can feel it. They know it. In the bedroom, muscle mass, fatigue. They used to be getting up super early in the morning and now they have to literally drag themselves out of bed. Mood, all of these things show that I even asked him, I was like, are your T levels low? And he's like, my doctor says they're not, but I know that they are. And I was like, because all of those are signs of low T. And he showed me his graph, and he was at the very, very low end of the green bar where it still said he was in normal range. But that's not how it works. Each individual's body, everything about their body, where their hormone levels are at now, their age, their weight, their height, all of that actually takes into an effect of like how much is good for their body and what causes them to function at a more optimum level. So this gentleman knows that he works best at like 400 to 500 as a level of testosterone. But this is where the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want men to have the things that they need, because then it fixes the problem. Because if you actually give them what it is that they know that they need, they no longer can like pay for their doctor's visits, keep them in the issue, try to get them on other pharmaceuticals. That's not going to help their need, and it's going to cure them. And they don't want to cure you. So he knows that he optimizes well at 400 to 500. Now, his doctor told him, okay, I understand that, but unfortunately, I can't do that. I need to send you to an endocrinologist. The endocrinologist saw him and said, okay, I appreciate you sharing all of that with me, knowing like this is when you felt your best and this is where you like to be in your levels. But we have to start you off at the smallest dose possible to see, because I don't necessarily think you need that much. I don't give a rat's ass what you think that I need. I know my body. I know how I feel. So if this isn't feeling the best for me, why can't I have what works for me? That's where the system is screwed up. So a lot of people are starting to go online where they can buy their own testosterone levels or their own testosterone, like injections and all that other stuff. And they're doing that on their own and they're feeling better, but you have to be careful where you buy that stuff. That's the problem.
Yes.
Because all of it's not created equal. If somebody is doing it, like trying to create their own website, which you can do nowadays with AI, and they're making their own in their backyard. Like I know somebody who took some making stuff at home and they bought it from their friend and they had a leg problem.
Oh my gosh.
You need to go to the hospital. You're having a reaction, go to the hospital. Like,
oh yeah, that's a problem.
That's where men are going to, because they can't get the help that they need. But it's like, you can't follow just that little bar. You can't. You have to know like where your body is now, where are you feeling your best, and where's the improvement coming in.
You know, I'm a real big advocate for keeping blood tests too. I think everyone should be keeping most of their blood tests, especially when you're a little bit younger. And then as you start going, so you can reference and show doctors, you know what I mean? So they have an idea where you used to be. But it seems it just across the board, we're having to fight and advocate more for ourselves than ever before.
Yep.
And this just seems to be corporate America, like straight across the board. But the mere fact we really have to hold doctors to that Hippocratic oath anymore is just, it's pretty frightening.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's very, very true. And you know, most of the time they don't even have to take the Hippocratic oath anymore. I heard that they changed it.
I've been told that you need to be careful about, you might as well just learn how to take care of yourself, because, which I don't know if this is true, but I have read a lot of people making complaints that a lot of the students now that are doctors got their degree from ChatGPT. So they don't actually really know everything about what they're learning or doing in school, that this stuff is writing their papers and they're passing from using AI and ChatGPT, and they're using it in classes. So they're not actually really being taught. And doctors are using ChatGPT and AI inside the patient rooms to look up stuff because they don't know. Which is why the increase in malpractice has skyrocketed within the last 7 years.
Okay, so we have people who don't hold medical degrees basically now are basically seeing human beings. See this? Did you see what I was showing last night about AGI and how it's going to basically replace people in the medical field and stuff like that? And they're just
I didn't get to that part. I was
basically what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. That's definitely tying into yesterday's, which we will continue to look at. God, we're screwed. Anyways, we need to advocate for ourselves, boys and girls. Okay, and the more we can learn, the better off we're going to be. Just straight up.
Yep.
But what she's saying is absolutely the truth. I've helped many men. Okay, and one more recent one, their testosterone had dropped into the 200s. And I was like, holy shit, that's really low, like low 200s, like under me. And I can tell when my testosterone is low because I feel like, you know, like a dumpster fire. Like, you know, I feel like I'm tired.
Mhm.
My cognition is uber low. Just kind of sit there, you know, there's no libido, there's no nothing. So if people think, oh, it's just a sex thing. No, it controls your bones, controls your heart, it controls your brain. And just think about all those women that they've told, you don't need estrogen during the menopause era, what a couple decades ago. You don't need estrogen, you don't need this, you don't need that, you don't need testosterone. Think about all those women who have been suffering for years and got breast cancers or whatever the case may be because of the backward advice that the medical field had been giving. And I've known about HRT, bioidentical, by the way, since I was in my early 20s. Like I didn't mess around. My younger sister, she was 20. She was 20 and she was already on prednisone, not prednisone, the other one, progesterone. So this isn't just a man problem. This is everybody. So let's take a look at this one. I hope you guys are liking this. I hope you don't find it too boring. I hope not anyways, but let me know how you're liking our presentation for today and if you'd like to see more of it, because I intend to do more of it.
Men, what is the one condition that will affect nearly 50% of us over 40? Sexual dysfunction. On average, nearly 30 million men will suffer from it. But because it is a condition that does not discriminate, men can be affected at any stage of life. In fact, studies have shown that of men who seek treatment for sexual dysfunction, 1 out of 4 are younger than 40 years of age. Many people mistakenly believe that sexual dysfunction in men occurs because of relationship issues or the aging process. But here is a basic definition. Sexual dysfunction is a difficulty during any stage of the sexual encounter, which includes desire, arousal, orgasm, and resolution that prevents the individual or couple from enjoying sexual activity. Erectile dysfunction is one type of sexual dysfunction. It can have many causes. Most are physical, some are psychological. Often, a combination of medical conditions is involved. These may include diabetes, stroke, heart disease, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. Lifestyle factors such as smoking, drinking too much alcohol, side effects from prescription medications, or stress can also be a factor. In any case, it is simply not a natural consequence of aging, nor should you learn to live with it or be embarrassed to talk to your physician about it. The main difference between people who live with sexual dysfunction and those who recover from it is a simple choice to seek treatment. But it doesn't have to be that way. A simple exam is a key component to understand how sexual dysfunction impacts you and your partner. Just as there are many causes, there are also several different methods of treatment, such as medications, hormonal therapy, psychological therapy, and mechanical aids such as penile implants.
That's a lot of therapy and then implants. Robo-dick. We'll call it Robo-dick.
Go catch it, Robo-dick.
Northwestern Medicine Department of Urology offers comprehensive care for men who have been diagnosed with sexual dysfunction. Our team of urologic experts will work with you to find the best treatment to help you achieve a healthy sex life with your partner. If you're experiencing these symptoms, living with it is not your only option. Contact your physician to discuss ways to reduce your risk and treatment options for sexual dysfunction today. If you do not have a physician, you may request to schedule an appointment with me or one of our urologists by calling 312-695-81.
Oh, he's plugging his channel. Well, good for him. Goodbye. We'll give him thanks. I'll re-link that into the links. I forgot to put the links in there for cross-referencing for people. So do you want to look at the pros and the cons? I know she has a limited time, everyone, and so she has to make use of her time. She still has to do meal prepping. And when is your show? Is it next month?
No.
You're showing?
March 38th.
March 38th. Okay. All right. Well, she's busy training trying to get ready for this show in March.
I know. I still gotta walk Dexter. I gotta finish food prepping. Gotta do my laundry, and I gotta do all this before I gotta get ready to bed. Because Mama gotta work at the crack of dawn.
I know.
I just got off of work today. Went from one job to another.
So does that mean you want to look at the steroids, the pros and the cons first? Now, she's been around people who do steroids, okay? So she's got lots of experience with this as well as roid rage. So you want to do that one first? Okay, well, we'll go with that one. All right, everyone. We're going to look at the pros and the cons of steroids later on in the edition of The Man Show. Not this show, but later on in the editions, we will be talking about some of the other benefits. Nick, back in the day, Nick Delgado. Now, it's been a long time, so I don't want to reference anything that might be out of date. But a while ago, he used to talk about how steroids, in some cases, for certain types of cancers, can save a man's life. So we will cover that stuff also as I keep doing more research to see what it's talking about these days, because everything has changed, All right, so this is the anabolic doctor that she shared with me, who deals with obviously low T, different types of symptoms, but the steroids and the benefits and different types and whatnot, which Maxer is supposed to also come up here on another show and do that with me. And, he wants me to introduce you, but, we're just going to have to wait on that, Coco. Your introduction to the Horn Maxer. We're gonna have to wait on that one. Yeah, he's a character. He's a handful. All right, everybody, let's get going.
Shoot. Welcome.
What up, Doc? Well, I'm back.
Good to see you back, man. We're gonna talk today. Today
let's
is
speed up their talking.
Doc versus the Trent Emperor.
I'm Dr. Thomas O'Connor, a lifelong powerlifter, board-certified physician, and published academic author. I've taken care of thousands of men on testosterone and steroids, and now I use my media experiences.
Hey, El Piro!
Education and harm reduction. Subscribe now so I can help you stay strong and healthy.
Oh, I have to say this. Hey, El Piro, I went to try to pull the clip from that gentleman's stream, and right as I was doing it, apparently I won Vixen of the Year. I did not know that there was such a thing. I didn't know that there was any type of mini award show, but I won Vixen of the Year. Thank you very much. And I went to go pull it and my power went out. So I couldn't. So I have to go back into my history and try to find the stream, find the gentleman, and then I could bring it up. So thank you for letting me know. And thank you to everyone who has voted for me for being Vixen of the Year.
Shrimper is here. Everything and anything. Let's do it.
All right, so this is harm reduction, guys. I'm the old gnarly guy, almost 60 years old, started steroids, kind of like him in my 20s and on and off. And life was different back then. And with the grace of God and some harm reduction, and some good medications for the blood pressure and the heart and the kidneys, I'm still walking around and I'm benching big. Now, Arnold, how old are you? Let's dive into this because everyone wants to know. I see you as my attaché, one of my associates, if you will, in social media that represent the young guys, right? Because you have a big following. So,
yes, sir.
How old are you?
I am currently 21 years old.
Wow. When did you start steroids?
So I started at 19.
Wow.
Not a full cycle, to be completely clear. I didn't run a cycle when I was 19. I had lower testosterone, and I actually got prescribed testosterone when I was 19.
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't even go
That's
underground.
low.
Everyone thinks
that's a low age, man. I wish he would tell us what the number was. I want to kind of know what his number was.
Oh, like 19 years old. You probably got it from like a local guy, little dealer. I actually did it.
How did you?
19 years
Hold
old.
on. What? How does a healthy 19-year-old man have low T?
So if you need to look up, I already listed Dexter's name in there. I put his whole name. He's like, does he have a middle name and stuff? I put it in there. It's up there. And he's blue.
Yes, he's beautiful too, by the way. I'm his aunt.
Yes.
Before I ever hopped on anything, I was going through puberty.
If you want to go get him and put him on a chair and co-host too, that'd be awesome and cute. Mine won't sit there. She's a little bitch. She wants to get up and run off and jump down. I'm like, sit down with me, girl.
When I revamp my channel, he is gonna, besides you, he's gonna be the other co-host.
That's awesome.
He loves it.
Cute. I've never seen a dog just sit there like that. When you guys are singing happy birthday to him, I nearly fell out of my seat. I was like, he's just sitting there.
Adorable. He was like, what do I do? Can I blow out the candle?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna upload that clip you gave me. I'm gonna show everybody how cool your dog is.
You should, because he was like,
I will. I will.
Pretty obviously, and I believe that when I was still going through puberty, dieting so long and being low body fat, and
that
not
is his middle
consuming
name.
enough nutrients really taxed my body.
That's cute.
Since I did it 3 separate times, and it was within the span of from 18 to 19, a full year. I did it. I mean, just turned 18.
Get that soy out of your diet, gentlemen. It's full of estrogen. So if this guy's wondering why his estrogen was probably too high and test too low, you go and you eat taco hell, okay? It's not real beef. It's soy based. Don't eat that. And it's GMO to hell. You don't want to eat that.
Did a show.
Don't eat that.
And then on to 19. Did rounds of blood work throughout. And afterwards, I mean, I was at 300 tests. That's where, because I took, you know, obviously, you know, this Clomid, ACG, there's things out there that can help you. Before I hopped on test, I tried those methods. They brought it up a little bit and just went back down to where it was. So it was 300. And since I love bodybuilding and it's something that I've always wanted to do,
that's
I had to
still
take a
low
risk.
to me. That's low to me.
Do something,
300 is low.
Sacrifice for something that I love so much, right? I was like, you know what? 300 tests is not optimal for muscle growth. I need to take that next step. So then I went to a clinic.
You know, Coco, Nick Delgado talks about 2,000 testosterone.
The level?
He talks about anything under 1,200 is too low. Could you imagine
I know some
of these guys on that?
I know some people, the other people that have said that as well, and that's where they try to keep it at, or as close to that, between like 800 to 12. But also at their age, it's like your body actually can also only consume so much of that naturally. And just like anything, too much of something that you're trying to forcefully put into your body that it's not producing on its own can have some serious side effects.
It could, yes.
You don't necessarily need to be at that level, especially 12. Like that's actually really high, especially if it's not something that, like, especially if it's not like, let's say their natural levels were 5 or 6 or 7, but they're like, I'm still having maybe like a little bit of this problem, or like as I'm getting older, or I'm just feeling really tired. I don't feel as strong or something like that, like as motivated in the gym or whatever. Sure, maybe give yourself a little bit more possibly and see if that does it, but that's a really, really high dose.
I know when he said that years ago, and he still has maintained some of that off and on. I kept thinking, I wonder if for some people that would lead towards like heart disease or something. You know what I mean? Like I would think there'd be a stressor by doing something of that nature. But when he gets here, I'll have you show up and you can talk to him about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be fun, right? It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Come on, we can do it together. Hell yeah, we can do that shit. Yeah. All right, let's watch this.
It's an online clinic. I was like, hey, this is my blood work.
I'm listening. Dexter's crying. I'm going to go grab him.
It's okay. It's fine.
They were like, yes, you have to qualify. 300 tests for your age is actually not normal. I got on tests. Bam, kicked it off. That's how I first got
welcome back in.
Technically, doctors.
Yes, I know. It would definitely make your heart work
you have
harder.
Incredible physique, and you're competing again in a few weeks, right?
Everything in moderation.
Sir. Competing again in a few weeks.
Moderation.
I'm very excited. 3 weeks to be exact. Yeah, just putting my head down. I mean, grinding every single day. Getting there, almost there.
Tell us this. Pros versus
I feel like
cons.
it's the 1990s
You're
looking
a
at
young
this
guy. Tell us all the good things about steroids.
With his little sweatband.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, his little sweatband, his one
like
earring,
glorifying
with
steroids,
the cross eye.
but I'm
Yeah,
not, guys. I am literally telling you guys the truth. When it comes to taking stuff, do not think that I'm glorifying it, because steroids are fucking awesome in its own ways. All right, it's just like any other drug. So steroids, if you want to say include all of them, first of all, your confidence skyrockets. You know, a lot of guys don't have enough confidence for, I guess, talking to people, talking to women, etc.
He's Rambo. Yeah, you're right.
I have no problem socializing.
Wow.
I have no problem
I've
socializing.
seen all the musicians I was hanging around with as a kid back then.
I think it changed your pheromones as well.
Dude, it reminded
so the
me
ladies, I'm not gonna lie,
Richard
the
Simmons
ladies love
inspired.
it. I smell good most of the time, apparently, from the shit I'm taking. And this is not to say I'm a womanizer. This is just saying, like, I just noticed this from my own experience
but
is that
before,
like,
I mean,
which
you're so young.
one?
Again, I'm going to be good. I'm not going to get crazy.
okay, go ahead,
But it's like you're a young guy. You're a handsome guy.
Yes, Coco has a channel. She's revamping it right now. It is still currently Pillow Talk with Coco. I will give you the link in 1
Right,
second.
but you're a whole different guy because of the androgens. But but you really don't have any experience being. It's kind of like there's two worlds, right? You have the twin. Here's Arnold and the twin that's not. That it's on no steroids. And hey, twin, how you in another world somewhere, another planet, like the parallel universe, like. How you doing, with the girls, man? Like, you don't need to be on gear and jacked like you, and like kind of like your mural in the background is like these.
That is Coco's channel. Remember to subscribe to her. She has wonderful things coming that she's currently working on in the back scenes.
It's incredible, like, these images of these warriors, and which I respect. This is what young boys are looking at with the toys and the marketing, right? The Marvel marketing and Hollywood. Not saying anyone's to blame specifically, but The Rock and all. Let's come on. Were you shy or something? Pathologically shy with yourself, with people, women?
I think.
That is,
see, the thing with that is it just enhances that aspect of you. Because I did have problems, like, I guess.
Okay, Coco. Rate from 1 to 10. See, we talked about how we don't like guys who are really roided out and huge. So what do you think? That type of a skinny cut physique. What do you think?
The leaner fit, yes. I'm not big in like bodybuilders where it's just the muscles is just the only thing that's I will say that it's nice because I like a strong man. I do like a strong man. It's also like a protective thing, to be honest. Like, he could do some damage. Sure. And people would be intimidated by him. So then I'd feel like that would help with like my safety. But as I just don't find, the gym that I go to, it's filled with nothing but power lifters, bodybuilders, all that kinds of stuff. And for me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of like Arnold Schwarzenegger type of big. He was a bodybuilder. And I prefer more like a style like this, where it's more like physique, because they are still about mass and definition, but they're on the leaner scale, as opposed to having like legs that are thicker than the size of my waist. And like their shoulder caps are like the size of a moon. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's a little much. We wouldn't kick you out of bed necessarily, boys, but it's overkill. You don't have to kill yourself like that. Like, just being cut and just having some definition is more than adequate. And her and I both like legs. We like legs and ass. So if you don't got some legs and ass,
don't forget the caps. I do like caps.
Yeah, and some caps are nice too. But
something about average, cut in those legs is just.
I agree. If I see that guy again at the skating rink, I'm taking a picture for you.
Yes.
And then if he doesn't seem like he's gay or something, I'm gonna go like, hey, we think my friend right here. We'll find you a husband.
Come hither.
Yeah, come hither. He was pretty cute, girl. I'm not gonna lie. So I see him again. I'm gonna try and round him up for you.
I could socialize before when I was natural, but I feel like it just enhanced that. Like, okay, like, I can get out of my shell and I can be myself around other people. Because before I was a little more to myself and low energy.
Did he say that you got that from steroids?
I think he said he was getting that from roids. Didn't he say
That's
that?
what I thought he said, that he was getting the confidence from the roids.
Here, let me rewind it back. Just a click.
Did have problems, like, I guess I could socialize before when I was natural, but I feel like it just enhanced that, like, okay, like, I can get out of my shell and I can be myself around other people. Because before I was a little more to myself and low energy. Then after that, I developed, I have more energy now, obviously from only a TRT will do that to you, obviously, if you have low tests. Then I had more energy, I had more confidence all of a sudden.
Okay,
I was like, okay, this is actually pretty cool stuff. It actually does its job. You know, testosterone has a lot of downsides, obviously, medically, but one of its job is regulating mood, right? So
because I was gonna say that can't be right because that turns
and
into
obviously
douche.
bodybuilding aspect, I put on a good amount of size. a good amount of mass. So pros, I would say, is most of the time a better mood, better sex drive, better gains in the gym. You see more progress. Your muscles are fuller. More nutrients being shown in the muscle. Those are some of the, obviously, the pros. But to move on to the cons, I would say, you are having to inject yourself every other day, twice a week or whatever. That is sometimes an inconvenience for people because you have to bring that with you everywhere you go now. To me, I'm used to it. Whenever I travel, I bring my little kit, my medical bag, I have it in there. It's fine. You can travel with it, but it can cause that, minor inconvenience for people. And also you now have to control your estrogen. Your body is not regulating itself because you're putting super physiological amounts of androgens within your body. If it's testosterone, obviously AIs like Arimidex, Aromasin, now have to take that, I don't know how many times a week, personal dependent. Now have to take other medications to supplement, to battle against the estrogen, the prolactin, whatever it is that you're running. And then also health supplements. And you know all about this, Doc, right? You're probably also, you've taken copious amounts of vitamins and whatnot. You got to take a whole list of things to keep your body healthy while being on it. So it's actually, I think running androgens in general, bodybuilding is a rich man's sport.
Wow.
Honestly, if you want to do this the most healthy way,
it is.
You got to have money to do this shit.
You better pay. You can't just wing it and just, you got to know your ABCDs. You got to be on my app, the testosterone.
He's not wrong. It's not free. It's not free. It's not cheap.
No.
But the investment is your health and your longevity, and then all the people around you, So if you're a husband or a wife or a parent or something, or people depend on you, it's important.
It used to be more expensive, at least my memory, like about between 5 to 7 years ago, it definitely used to be way more expensive to get either test or, roids, like anything like that, because of the fact that you'd have to buy that stuff from other countries and it was considered illegal. Some of the compounds and solutions, like where you're actually getting it from those states, yes, it still is more expensive because of the complications of what could happen as far as like shipping those and things like that. But what I do like, and what I said earlier, you just have to be very careful and vet like where you're getting it from. But there are now options, because there has been such a huge increase in low test for men, that they are now making other sites where it's like you don't need a prescription from your doctor. Either you can get the consultation from an online doctor and they can fill it. They have sites that, as long as you know what you're wanting, you can just go ahead and order testosterone, different kinds of solutions, like what it's made out of, like what the base is made out of, that works for you. And then you just pay that price, and it's a lot cheaper, because I remember people used to go and buy tests from other countries because that's where they had to get it from, and they had to know somebody who could get it. And it was like $500.
Damn.
And that's insane. That is such a huge amount of money. And depending on how much you're actually using, like, again, if you're doing it once a week, every day, every other day, depending on what your regimen, like your routine is going to be for you. I mean, to each their own, like, whatever you want to do. The only problem is that if you do like the huge one, like I know some people only want to do it like once a week or something, but you're injecting so much and you're going to get that spike really, really quick.
Yes.
But then it's going to slowly graduate, but then like you're going to start to feel that, because now you were here and now it's starting to drop down and like mellow out to release it for the entire week. So if you do it, it sucks. But if you do it like every day or every other day, you're going to be at a constant level of like where you're happy, where your mood is just going to be where you want it to be and to maintain. So you don't feel those highs and then those lows. Like, for instance, I take B12 injections and I get those every 3 weeks. I automatically know when I am getting close. And so I can only imagine being a guy on test and I'm only giving myself an injection like once a week or once every other week or whatever the case is. Because when I take my B12s, I have like the most amazing sleep. I wake up and I'm like, yes, I feel so energized. Like I have no problem getting out of bed or being groggy. But then by the end of the second week, getting close to like the mid of my third week, I'm like, oh, this is miserable. I feel like death. And then I realize, oh, I'm due for my shot.
Yeah, it's no different than me. You know what my problems are. I've told you. And I go to a compounding pharmacy. Okay.
Yeah.
And this compounding pharmacy with my LDN puts in the B's, and it's putting in oxytocin 0.34. So when I'm not taking this, and I had to graduate myself up, because when I first started to take this, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I'd start going boom, 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 boom the minute I took this crap. So I had to like do a quarter and then a half and then work my way. It's a big ass pill. I'm kind of shocked. Let me show everybody. So like my LDN that would have cost me only, like, even with inflation, maybe $85 for 3 months. They're now 5 times the size with this new compound. And that's because I have no energy. No energy whatsoever. With lupus, you have no fucking energy whatsoever.
Yeah.
When I hit the floor and I got no energy whatsoever, I can't even think. So that's why I'm on that crap. But I still have low levels. Praise the Lord. So we're gonna keep working on that. We're gonna keep working on that and get better.
All right.
So here we go. Self-made, like gynecomastia. Stop talking about everybody being rainbow. Okay, we know this, but we got to show the men what their options are, boys. Okay, and these guys are talking so slow. I have it on 1.25 and it's still slow. Are you noticing that? It's slow.
It is slow.
Continue on. Yeah, they're very slow.
You got to have a testosteronologist. Again, it's not a lot of young guys. Back in the day, they would just wing it, and they're young, so they have health reserve. So let me ask you this. Let's go back to the mood. Now, and can you tell us what a typical, like when you're off cycle and you're on test, like what kind of testosterone for everyone for the young guys that really, we need to focus and give education to the young guys. So this is wide open and real, because you're a young guy, and I'm going to do the talk in the end, but it's the same talk. It's like, guys, he's shut down. He has great hair, but that's for today, right? Because you have good genetics, right?
Yes.
Your hair have you lost any hair?
Ever since I got on, it's only grown thicker.
Wow. So, but that's unusual, right?
Wow.
You're super young.
That's because he was real
So
low.
hair genetics is just great, I guess.
Right. You just have, some guys are getting out of.
I don't know about that. A lot of Asian men lose their hair. Seriously. So no, he's so low that anything that he did is nothing but a benefit to him. Straight up.
High school, they're balding already. And then you take Test or Trend. So tell us about the drugs. Can you tell us your whole history and bring us up to date on the drugs?
Right. So TRT for about 2.5 years, just TRT, nothing else, because I was scared, obviously. I was like, I didn't want to venture out. And then obviously did my second show, did my show on my first cycle, because that'd be my fourth show. Fourth show was enhanced now. And we just kind of did nothing crazy. I think I already covered this on our last YouTube video. So if you guys want to know my last stat, go check it out in our last YouTube video that we did. But now up to date, to this day, this is where we've basically said, we've had a little, warm up last prep. We gave your body a little bit of something. It worked great. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's try to see what we can do with an even bigger stack. Right. So last time we didn't have any trend in there. This time we added a trend, obviously. So we have Test P, Mass P, Trend, Ace.
Can you give doses?
Can you differentiate the different things that he is subscribing, that he's doing? Do you know about the different ones, the trend he's talking about and the other stuff he's talking about?
I mean, I know that. I don't know names and I don't know brands. I just know what I have witnessed, depending on where you get it. The type of solution that you get, and then side effects of what could happen for over abuse. Okay,
because he's talking about trend and stuff. This is the time where I'm like, shit, where's Hormone Master? Because he would know the difference between the two, between all the different, like, seriously, he does. And like I was telling him, my doctor said, here, Star, you can take this and this will up your already, I have enough testosterone, but it's dipping. I can feel it, right? I'm not 21 anymore. That's okay. But I could feel the difference. And so I started to take this and it gave me acne, which her and I were talking about. But I've noticed if I take it a couple of different times and then I space it out a day or two and then I take one and then, you know what I mean? If I space it out, it's not so much of an issue. But if I was to take this every day, it's like acne hell. So I don't see, like, does he have acne? I can't tell. Have you ever noticed with guys who are doing all the different cocktails and stuff that they have body acne, or is that not necessarily always a thing? Okay, it is. That's what I thought.
Yes. Very much so. And it's weird. It depends if they're using an entire cocktail.
Yeah.
It's more like they will get backne.
Ugh.
It's on the shoulders. It's on their back. They will get some on their face, but that crazy thing is sometimes it can actually cause like bigger comedone holes on your face, so you'll get bigger blackheads, bigger pores.
Ew.
But people who are just injecting, maybe just, there are some cases that were, if they're just injecting it into their buttocks and it's just a steroid, like a low dose steroid, that they will just get butt acne. I actually had a client of mine when I used to do esthetician work that actually had that because he would inject in his butt cheek and he had butt cheek acne from his steroid.
I'm sure that's attractive. Can't feel good to sit on it either. P. Fletch kind of has a comment. Isn't it also true that much of that acne is just infected injection sites? I don't know.
Usually if it's an infected injection site, it'll be in that area. But I mean, like, his butt cheeks were like, it was pimply.
Covered.
Yes, it wasn't like the injection site got infected and then it had a pustule.
Yeah.
It was more like he looked like he had a pizza face on his butt cheeks.
On his butt. Oh, I bet you it left holes. I bet you it was cystic and it left holes in the skin too. Ooh, don't do that. Oh man, I guess at that rate, it's better to have the back knee than the other stuff, I suppose.
It is, as long as you can just like make sure to clean it right. But I mean, again, that's the best part. Also, like, it's importance of like cycling and cycling correctly and knowing when to cycle. Give your body and your organs a break. Let it recover. And then if you want to do it again, do it again. But you don't need to go big. There's a lot of things, especially with steroids. It's like go big or go home is not the best option in this case. Like it really isn't.
Not if you want to have a heart attack.
No. And
seriously.
A family member of mine was big into that, like testosterone, steroids, and things like that, because he was a big guy. Because he used to be the run of the litter, you know, in my dad's side of the family. And he was like, I'm going to be big and strong because I'm not going to have anybody else try to push me around. Because he was a scrapper, you know, but he wanted to be big and strong so nobody could ever try to pick a fight with him or something. And he used it and abused it so much that he actually had a heart attack.
Well, there we go, gentlemen.
It was just a minor thing. It was because of my dad. No, it was a heart attack.
Hi.
Yeah, I'd like to state this to the audience. And for reviewers, we're not medical professionals or doctors. These are just our opinions.
Our opinions, yes. Thank
our
you.
Our opinions, yes.
I was getting ready to play the video. Funny that you just did that. Yes, we are not medical professionals. Nope. We know some medical professionals, but we are not. We are here giving our opinions on things that you can do and options. And so, wink, wink.
And sharing personal experiences with those that we know or loved or that were closest to us, that we actually have firsthand witnessed side effects or pros and cons of doing this stuff.
Yes. And just, always consult with your doctors and do your own research. But this is our research and our experiences, thusly the presentation. We want to make sure we didn't confuse anybody about that. Sorry,
you give doses?
Forgot.
Yeah, if you guys want, so please do not copy this shit at home, guys.
Hurricane's laughing at me.
My dose. This is given to me by my coach.
Welcome in, Bandit and Hurricane.
By a healthcare professional. So do not, if you don't blindly copy this,
I appreciate him doing that. And it's so funny because I know people, and I know you know them too, that would talk on this stuff, and they never made statements like that. Like, we're not
I know it's so easy to just start talking about stuff and then you forget, So here, let's start the claimer.
Using expressions, opinions, and stuff on this channel and probably crap because it's a woman, and I'm just done with this and I want to burn it all down. But every time I try to open my mouth, I get hurt by that fucking clown. Well, I got something to say about School of Thot. Her body was made from. What did I tell you about not rating the lines the way they're presented? Come here. Okay, I'll do it right. The views and opinions expressed on this channel are just that. Don't take anything too hard and don't get offended, or else you'll end up like me.
That's
Thank
so
you,
freaking
Trippy.
funny.
Thank you, Trippy, for that wonderful editing job and little recording that we did.
That is hilarious. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's watch a few more minutes of this, and then we'll move on to the life with Robo Dick.
So this would be about 25 milligram every day. Yeah, every single day.
Okay, that's not too bad.
We're 3 weeks out. We're cutting back the test, less aromatization. There's no reason for me to be on higher testosterone. And then MASP-P, we have about 75 milligrams every day. And then Tren Ace, we have about 50 milligrams every single day. So those are the injectables. So every single day, and that it is quite the routine, because personally, every single day is fucking crazy.
How's your mood right? How you never have any mood? Come on, Arnold. No moodiness.
See, here's the thing. I have moodiness. Once you on anything, even testosterone, you will have the cons. You have better mood, but sometimes you're more prone to mood swings, more aggressive. That is the fucking trick.
And it depends on who you are underneath and the situation.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So
roid rage is real.
Those are the injectables. So Winstrol, obviously, we've thrown that in, and then on the last couple of weeks, we're also going to do
oral.
Yeah, oral. Injectable Winstrol. I don't know about that. It's going to hurt, but also we're going to throw in Halo test. Start that as well. So those are all the list of, I guess, anabolics that is within the list right now. I mean, mood wise, because I'm on prep, low energy. So I don't think it attributes that much to like aggressiveness or like I'm mood swings, because I don't have enough energy.
Would you want to say anything to that?
No, I was reading Bandit's comment and I was like, yeah, they're called the foot. I'm thinking the foot. He's right.
He does look like some of those guys from those kung fu movies out of the 80s and the 90s, honestly. There was one kid's name, I can't remember his name, and he just had a birthday, who was in Ernie something. I think his name was Ernie. He was some Asian dude, some kung fu dude. He was really good back in the day. I was shocked he was still alive and around, to be honest. I hadn't seen him in 100 years.
Well, yeah, because he has that sweatband that we were talking about.
Yes, yeah.
So they have like this little tie hair thing, like that goes across their head and stuff, and they have like that mullet type of shag look that he's got going on with his hair thing.
That mullet is kind of killing me a little bit. It's killing me just a little tiny bit. You know what? We can't be racist. We're too mixed, so everybody can kiss our fat asses. Or mine's fat, hers is skinny. There we go. Anyway.
To be, I don't have enough energy to be a dick or a douche. I just go to the gym. I sit at home, relax. I edit videos. I make music now too, so I just do some music, do all that, and then go to the gym. That's when it kicks on. That's when the aggression and that mood and focus kicks on for me. That's when the androgens work. Is in the gym. I take my pre-workout.
So you don't. It's so fascinating for people to hear this. This is just something. Yes. I can't tell you how valuable this is, because he's telling us the truth. This is beyond all the other bullshit people out there selling you fucking this and all this garbage. This guy, and I'm, my heart is kind of breaking, but we did it back in the day. Just it wasn't that much bullshit. We did the same shit back in the day, more or less. And guys got shut down, and we're all gamblers, right? You're a gambler. You're a gambler. You're gambling.
It's a risk you got to take.
So you're doing that. And number one is, you're shut down probably going to be forever. You're never going to come off testosterone.
I'm never coming off. I made that decision to never come off, right? Because I've come off once, off of TRT for a while. I felt like shit. Took HCG and clomiphene. My mood was shit all the time, even though I was on those. And estrogen was way out of whack because from the HCG, I mean, I was not taking that much. Maybe
really?
500, 2 to 3 times a week.
I could have got HCG back in the day. I did not know that HCG, although I can now see the relevance in it, because obviously if you take something that's going to raise all your levels, then that other thing is going to raise with it, right? But I didn't realize HCG raised your estrogen levels. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Yes, I do feel it raises your levels.
Needs to eat something.
I was messaging you. I was messaging you.
Bandit, he says, girls of the panel, is it worth dating someone who takes roids? I mean, I don't want to date Mr. Universe. That's a little too much for me. What about you?
I have dated people who have done them, and if it's done right, the way that it's supposed to be done, I don't have a problem with it. It's when the really bad negative side effects of the abuse and overuse of it that I have experienced is where I won't do that again. I will not do that again. No.
Do you want to talk about that, or should we finish a few more minutes of this video?
You can go ahead and finish the few more minutes that you want of this video.
Okay, and then we'll go into that. And we're going to save the segment of those who abuse the roids and the cons on that one, especially being with somebody who does that, which I will say, when I took this and something else back in the day, it made me feel like the Hulk. I was like ripping cables and flipping them over if I could. Holy crud. Yeah, and I'm short, but I'm really strong. And so like I can flip shit over if I had to. Man, I was just like with customers, problems in business. Oh shit, man. I was oh girl. Yeah, I was roid raging, but I wasn't on roids, but just that much of a boost for me then. I was just like,
yep.
And I was already aggressive. So there we go.
And I was just swollen like a fucking water buffalo.
So let me just say this though. So as we move through this to educate guys,
Yeah.
So that if you're so young, your body is so resistant and so resilient, you have so much health reserve that if you did want to come off with or without PCT, regimens of HCG and clomiphene and tamoxifen and AIs, I get it. We've been doing this for decades. You would potentially have to wait for a year or more, and it is possible that you may never, ever, ever come back, even though you're young. This is where every young man who's a teenager, and I'm a dad, but I'm going to be just a human right now, an older man who's been around and did steroids. If you could look at this man that I respect so much in front of us, his energy and what he's doing for his openness, and he's taking risks, right? And he's not only taking risks with his health, he's got balls to be here. How many guys will be on the Anabolic Doc show in front of millions of motherfuckers? So you're doing it, and I've known you, and you're going to be our attaché of the truth. This is the truth. So, and we're telling it like it is. Do you ever get scared?
I definitely do.
What do you get?
Sometimes I think about it. I'm like, hey, in my most vulnerable moments in myself, I'm like, is this worth it? Is this worth the risk you're taking to do this? Right. I love my family. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to everybody out there. I love them. And it's like, is it worth the risk? I ask myself that. But to me, it is worth the risk, because I'm in college, could be partying, drinking away, right? Drinking away, doing cocaine, doing Molly. Guess what though? Guess what, guys?
I have a feeling he has done those things and participates often the way he speaks of it. Is it just me, or are you noticing that? But he's like a little party guy over there, isn't he? Frat boy.
Alcohol fucks your testosterone, fucks your fertility, fucks your brain up bad. If I was out there drinking every weekend, doing cocaine, doing Molly, probably end up the same way when I get out of college. The same. I was fucking psyched.
Who knows?
Told you,
it's a good point.
frat boy.
This is a good point, because the amount of, come on, like, when you're at a college party, how much are you drinking? You're not just taking a glass of wine. You're fucking, you're taking it
over
down
the top, the old
over the
Animal
top.
House shit from the 70s.
Exactly.
Right.
So I would rather be jacked and handsome and putting a little risk in there than, shut down, low energy, lethargic, have a slow ass brain, and putting a little risk out there. So I'm taking the other side.
Next question. You got a girlfriend?
Yeah, I want to know how his sexual function is, though. So here he just said his girlfriend, right? What do you think about that? Do you think he's got issues with in the bedroom? Like what?
I
What's
can't
been
speak
getting all
for
sex
him.
before?
Like, I mean, I can't speak for him, but I can definitely say from my personal experience that I have with men that I have been with that take off testosterone in gear, that one, just the testosterone itself, especially if they had lower testosterone levels, and I have been with men that have had lower testosterone levels, it has definitely helped in that aspect of the bedroom. And overuse of it, where they were just constantly, they were doing like that huge spike thing. It would be fine at the very beginning, but then with like in a week, there would be difficulties.
Yeah. Now, would you say, did you notice the difference? We're going to get into sex for just 1 second. Did you notice the difference in performance during?
There was definitely more
stamina.
That's for sure.
They stayed hard longer, right?
Yes.
And they didn't.
Yes.
And then they didn't premature. Can I say premature ejaculation? Is that illegal on YouTube? I don't know.
Yeah, it was more like the longevity of the hardness was there, and then but then after that it would then after like a week or so it would start to not be able to keep itself there. But when I've been with someone that has abused the steroid part of things, it jacked it up completely. It did not help the case. It made things a lot worse. It also, because if you think about it, like when a person gets roid raid, like
he's such a shit.
Stop it.
Oh, we ain't thinking about that guy on the screen. Don't worry about that.
I wasn't thinking of that guy on the screen. Trust me.
He don't do nothing for me either. Trust me.
No.
It's a little too silky smooth.
Right. When somebody has like what they call like the roid rage, you have to remember, like, when people are angry, what normally happens? Like if a woman is upset at her man, do you really think that she's in the mood to want to get kinky? No. Normally she's not. I mean, for me, I'm just like, I'm still gonna be mad at you. Let's just go. I may not be like in the mood, but I still want the act, just because it's me. But if your mind is on aggravation and frustration and all these other things, it's gonna cause problems. It's gonna cause problems. And I actually have, from again, personal experience. This is not medically. I don't know any stats to prove this. I am just saying from personal experience that when I have been with men that abused roids, that when they got their roid rage, they would actually also take that out on me and do the of sex, because out of nowhere they would get pissed off over the smallest things that I
did shit.
Do. And they would be like, "Did you do this?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" And then
I'm
the next
just standing here.
They're out of rage, and then they're withholding sex from me as a punishment.
I know, I've had it done.
They're out of their mind.
I've had that done. So you're not. I mean, they weren't on roids, but I've had that done many times. Oh, this is the only way I can hurt you. No dick for you. It's like that's somebody who's pathological and then manipulating everything, and it's a control freak. That's a control freak right there. We know all about that. Let's listen to him for like 5 more minutes, then we'll move on.
Sex, the cock, the girls. You come on. I see you with a lot of girls. Come on.
Apparently, the Ninja Turtle guy or somebody is hotter than me.
So I don't have a girlfriend right now.
I guess you like boys then, Hurricane, which you might want to consider a different podcast if that's the case. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I think it goes through its phases, low key. So I know, Doc has known me. He's seen all the stuff I do, and I am not a bad looking guy. I am handsome and jacked, and it comes with its perks.
He's into himself.
He's very vain.
He's very freaking vain. That is not attractive.
Like I told you guys, it comes with its perks. So like, Yeah, like I used
apparently
to be outside
vanity.
because I used to just go
Yeah.
around. Like I get a lot of women, and
He's not even talking about romance or being with women or anything. Are you noticing that? It's all about me and I look good. What's he do? Stand in the mirror and jack off or something like that? He thinks he looks so damn good. God, can I say that? Am I gonna get banned off YouTube for saying jack off? No, I'm sorry. I'm being too blunt, aren't I?
it's easy to talk to them, and then whatever. But that gets old, guys. Right? Just getting female attention and going around is honestly not what I stand for anymore. I've come to the realization, guys.
I love this.
I've come to the realization that now, since where I'm at in my career, I actually need a strong woman that is capable of actually helping me grow in my business and as a man.
This sounds like the girls on OnlyFans. Now that I have had my fill of everyone, now I'm ready to settle down.
Or people that are old, you can probably testify for this.
I've been a whore my whole life, and now I'm ready to find the one, but I can't connect to the one because I've spread myself thin.
Exactly.
I have fun carrying around all those soul ties. I know. I agree.
My gosh.
You know, if you would have had too much of a high of a body count back in the day, I would have been like, I don't want to date you because you wouldn't have been serious. Like I would just been another notch, you know?
I'm still that way.
I still feel that way too. So
if I know a person's been around the street, I'm like,
goes through that. You experience.
Yeah, because the likelihood they're going to have that attachment with you is pretty low.
This is boring. I actually need to stop.
Gee, do we sound like men in the manosphere talking about women who have a high body count?
This is kind of where I've come to be.
Because that's what they've experienced with women, because that's who they sleep with, and we've had that experience because that's the sex that we sleep with.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Same thing, boys. Same thing. Yes, I know you should. No, Oh, you're talking to him. Hey, you. I'm glad you're in here. Brother Jumbie. See, Brother Jumbie. He'll tell you, Coco, all the fitness guys, they're off into the gym doing stuff in the steam rooms and stuff together. Him and I are doing an interview next week, so get ready for that.
Experiences out there. Wow. I'm ready to just have a long-term girlfriend now. So that's actually what I'm looking for now. Wow. Is I'm looking for like a
long-term girlfriend.
Even though I've had emotions running through me right now, it actually doesn't change that.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Any women?
You can be the perpetual girlfriend forever. Yeah.
Life partner.
Life partner, yes. No, I'd rather take a long walk off of a short pier. Sean says he's a virgin. Do you want to convert him? You want to take his V card?
I don't want to teach anybody anything.
I'm sure
me either. My instruction days in that department are over.
And girls not in the industry.
I've done it enough.
Not knowing. So you've probably had both, right? Girls that are on gear or in the world of gear or in the world of our world. And then there's girls that are completely like, what the actual
disconnected.
So
from this.
What about the experience of the girls that are not in the world? Do they have you?
We'll end after this part on him.
What's up?
Guys,
the next thing.
Every single girl I have talked to, they know up front that I'm enhanced. I tell them up front. I mean, I invite them over. We eat some dinner, cook some dinner, whatever. We maybe watch a movie. You literally see, like, you walk into my room. I'm not going to give you guys a room tour. You walk into my room. You just see a bunch of research chemicals, see a bunch of, TRT prescription bottles sitting there. I mean, I don't even need to tell them anymore. They're looking at it for themselves when they walk in. They're like, wow, what is this? Tadalafil, what is this? Testosterone cypionate, what is this? I'm like, well, this is what I be taking. So like, I don't hide that shit because it's my life. This is the life that I signed up for.
This guy's an addict.
You got a taste of the good juice that works for him, and now he can't get rid of it.
Yeah, but he's an addict in general because he goes from partying to doing this. You see what he's doing? One extreme to another. And that's okay, as long as you can do it safely. I'm not here to judge, but I'm reading between the lines, and the lines is saying, hi, I'm an addict. Sorry, but it's probably true. And I wouldn't want to be a woman walking in and seeing I'd be like, am I in the middle of a pharmacy?
Yeah. No. I mean, brother Jumbie, but he says you got to come with experience required in 2026 horrible era to be a virgin. My brother in Christ. No, that's not true. I mean, okay, there is something like really sweet if a guy was still a virgin, but
a 40-year-old virgin, there's something wrong.
Well,
there's something wrong, girl.
I don't know.
Unless they've been in an island surrounded by themselves.
It was a big thing of faith, because I knew somebody that was a female, and she is in her 30s, and she just got married last year, and she was still a virgin because of her faith. Yes, she was still a virgin.
Wow. Beat me.
I was so proud of her. You know, but I would feel like I'm taking advantage of the person. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I do not have a high body count at all. And I don't want my man to have a high body count either. But, like, so there's nothing wrong with a man being a virgin. We're getting off topic. But, I mean, I think it's the most amazing thing ever if a guy was like, oh, I'm a virgin. But I was like, oh, I don't know how I would handle that, because I'm not. And I don't think that I am good enough to be with you, because I have had sex.
I know. Yeah, I know. There's that issue, that caveat, being a Christian and stuff. Yeah, I would feel probably the same way. But I would also be looking at him going,
why haven't you?
What's wrong with you?
You know, why haven't you been married yet?
Yeah,
why
are you bi or something? Are you hiding something? You know, so like there's some practicalities. You know, some people might be medically challenged, like autistic or something.
Yeah.
You know, so that would be my only thing about that. Okay, I'm getting tired of hearing. I'm getting tired of hearing Mr. Rambo over here. Do you guys want to finish this one, or can we move along?
I think we should move along, because we're almost at an hour and a half.
Okay, that's right. So did you want to? You go ahead and talk about more of the abuse of steroids while I cue this up for the gentleman. If you have anything else you want to add to that.
I mean, I guess I kind of already touched it. Where I was saying, from like my personal experience that I've had, is that when they have an overuse of it, and now it's dependent, because your body, especially like things with testosterone. Yes, at a certain age, you know, everything like our levels, like us as women, our hormones change and everything like that. And we do have to reply and find supplements and ways to rebuild those, or to get those levels up. But I have actually been with someone where they used it so much that now that their body cannot produce any testosterone at all, that they are for life have to have and be on testosterone, because they cannot produce it naturally anymore. And they're like, well, also, if I'm taking this, then I might as well take this. If I'm taking this, I might as well take that. You don't need to be on everything underneath the sun. And it's making it crazy. It's making it, and then on top of that, like, it becomes like kind of like what you said. It almost seems like that guy is addicted. You get addicted to, like, they have gotten addicted to the side effects that they got from it, but then they're also not taking the steps that they should take to get the full effects from it. Their diet wasn't on point. Their exercises were hardly ever there.
Yep.
Well, they could not actually maximize the benefits of actually doing this stuff, because there are serious benefits of being on this stuff physically as a man, like what you can experience and grow with your body for it. But if your diet is crap, if your sleep is crap, and your food and your exercising and all that other stuff is garbage, what are you doing? It's not going to affect you in a positive way at all. And you're basically just throwing away money. And they're chasing, my individual was actually just chasing like that older self that they had when it actually worked for them. So they were throwing all this money away. And then
they still had their bad habits.
they were trying to relive those glory days, or say that they could get back there. I'm like, you're never going to get there if you don't change things about yourself. Yeah. And they were literally throwing money away all the time on this, but yet they were always in the hole financially all the time. But like, well, you're spending almost $1,000 every other month or something like that on this supplements or whatever, when you're not even doing anything to get the benefit that you want from it. And you're trying to borrow money from me?
Don't forget, it's no different than people who, like, another example, Ozempic, or one of those types.
Yep.
And they have a horrible diet. They're still slamming down the sodas. They're still driving up to the drive-thrus, getting their food. They're not really exercising. And then they're going, well, but I'm losing weight. But you could be losing weight faster, and you could be maintaining and getting off that shit that's bad for your whole body and your digestive tract.
Right.
But they don't do that. So, you know, more of that Band-Aid fix, you know, and never being actually committed to anything.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate it when people can't, like, if you're going to commit, if you're going to do something, do it and do it all the way. Take it as far as you possibly can. Reap the benefits as far as you possibly can.
Yep.
Drives me out of my mind.
Okay, let's play this one.
So this lovely gentleman, life with a prosthetic robo penis. We're not making fun of you, but, you know, just add a little humor to it. Let's hear his perspective and the different methods.
Family, let's get into it. Dame, how does it feel when you have the manufactured boy? Like, now that it's been probably like a little over a week since I got the green light, right? Actually, it hasn't even been a week. It's been only a few days since I got the green light. But how does it feel, Dame, having the manufactured boy? Does it change the feeling when it comes down to sexual intercourse? Real quick, I did not hit y'all with a disclaimer. This is for mature audiences. The whole entire video is rated M for mature audiences. So kids, please see me on the food reviews. Let me tell you something. And I can only tell you from my personal experience. I don't know how it's going to be for you, them, whomever down the road. I know it's going to be different because, fellas, as
he goes, I'm on Ozempic, and with diet and exercise, I lost 130 pounds and no negative side effects.
Good job.
Right on. That's a damn.
You're doing it
job.
right. You're doing it the way it should be done. Congratulations.
How long did it? I would like to know how long it took him. So let us know, and I'll pull the comment up.
we know, it is no secret to the world, we are all packing a little bit differently. And the way our bodies react to situations are all different. I'm going to tell you this much. My orgasm game is much different. Not in a bad way. My orgasm game has been prolonged, shall we say? Before, it was like, blaka, 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 blaka. And then, you know what I'm saying? Woo, okay, I'm done. I'll be back momentarily. Let me get my life together.
Oh, premature ejaculation is what that sounds like. Am I reading wrong? Do you think that's what you're describing?
Sounds like it. I'm wondering if he's like a little too sensitive now.
That's what I'm wondering.
Now it lasts a little bit longer. It's like it's been holding out for the grand finale. I never had a grand finale orgasm. I've had some good orgasms over the years, but never a grand finale. Never, I done had the fireworks going. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, maybe it sounds better.
And then it was time for the grand finale. But why are we moving over here? Stop moving, DJI.
Probably
and
has
it was
to
time
work,
for the grand
work
finale.
harder for
And
a
it
little
seemed
bit.
as if
Maybe.
we had a
I don't
holdback,
know.
ladies and gentlemen, as if the big explosion was coming. But then when the big explosion happened, it wasn't just pa, 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 fizzle. Nah, it was more like boom. Do, 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 do. What's that? Yeah, Brother Brown, what's going on, baby? Yeah, we have the explosion. I'm loving that. I'm digging that. I'm in pain, though. Family, when I say I'm in pain, I'm not talking.
See, 2 years. See, that's a healthy way to do it, too. I had a brother, well, my uncle, technically. He was really heavy, okay, really heavy. And my grandfather, who was also a boxer and all kinds of stuff, he was like, it's going to take you about 2 years to get all that weight off. Told him what to do when he was ready to change his diet. Started listening, started lifting weights, just working and lifting weights. And he lost all of it and kept it off. Most of my adolescence, I think he started putting it back on after he started drinking later in life. But at least he got it all off. At least he got it all off then.
Talking about I'm in pain from intercourse.
Nice.
I'm in
We're very
pain
happy.
for what happened right before I shot this video. Today's my birthday. It's September 24th. I do not know when you're watching this video. Today is my birthday. Thank you for the well wishes. You guys have been hitting me up on all platforms going crazy. And I know with my foodie fam, y'all gonna hit me up in the comment section below. Love y'all like soul food. Wifey had me set up today to hit the spa in the morning, right? Get a massage, get a facial. Okay. You know when you're going for a massage, the first thing they tell you is to lay on your stomach. Fellas, let me tell you something right now. For them 6 weeks while you're in recovery, don't worry about laying on your stomach. You better just get really good at laying on your side. You better get really good at laying on your back. Don't lay on your stomach. It's not going to feel good. Now I'm thinking, hey, we're past the 6 weeks. My boys seem to be pretty much healed. I should be okay. Baby girl's like, go ahead, get undressed to your comfort levels. I'll be back in the room. Start off on your stomach. I'm not thinking. Think, McFly, think. I'm not thinking, Marty McFly, what's going on? I go ahead and, get undressed down to my comfort level, the drawers. I get on the massage bed, family. The first thing I feel is my boy. I'm like, Playboy, calm down. I'm trying to shift. I'm trying to move. I don't have much time left because baby girl's about to come back in the room, give me my massage. I don't have time. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I should be okay. It's a soft bed. Let me go ahead and plant firmly in the bed. I should be fine for the next 45 minutes or so. No, I was wrong. I started feeling that joint probably within the first 2 minutes. A little bit of discomfort goes a long way. My boy was uncomfortable. And now I didn't want to make baby girl uncomfortable and saying, hey, hold on a second, why I shift my business? So I'm gonna let her carry on with the massage. And I'm laying there like, I'm trying to arch my back. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on with me? I'm trying to move the booty cheeks off to the side just so I can shift and readjust my boy that way and not be like, just out and open with it like, baby girl, I really need to move the eggplant.
Okay?
I gotta shift that thing. I gotta lift that thing up. I gotta do something because right now,
if you need to, you can text me.
I messed up and I knew exactly where I messed up, family. I cycled early in the morning and I forgot to fully deflate. We had this conversation in the first video.
Oh. He didn't fully deflate and he forgot and then laid on it and it didn't feel good.
So you blow it up?
Yeah. Yeah. So they have to cycle through to keep it. I think they have to go through a whole cycling through regimen so that way it can, stay good inside of there. And I think they have to inflate and deflate as part of the regimen, and I don't think he didn't deflate it. See, because I called it deflate. You pump it up. And he forgot to deflate it. Yeah, right? That's why I was featuring this because I had no clue.
Okay, I'm learning.
Video about fully deflating.
I said I was not
If you're going for a massage, fellas, please don't do what I did. Please don't do what I did. Oh, don't go in for your massage still partially inflated. Don't do that. But you have to cycle. But you have to remember to deflate. All right. So this is what I used last time. My little McDonald's McNiggy. I used my DJI cover as the peen. And then, of course, for the Reebok pump ball, we have the cap for the little McNiggy, right? Now, this is, once again, the pouch that's inside of your abdomen. So this is that little holding pouch for all the liquid that's going up off into the cylinder that's inside of your manufactured peen right now. What you need to make sure that you do to at least, because right now you on rock, right? Nah, that's not where you want to be for a massage, fellas. Not at all. So there's like 2 nodules. And last time I described it, I said it was just on the other side. It really isn't on the other side. It's at the top. It was how I was looking at it. Anyway, it's right at the top of the ball. It's 2 nodules. So let me kind of turn the business. I'm gonna turn the business of the ball that's inside the scrotum off to the side. And with 2 fingers, and I'm noticing that I can get it done a whole lot faster, not using my pointer finger, but for some reason my middle finger, because there's a nodule on one side and a nodule on the other to release the liquid that's inside the peen. So you go ahead and you squeeze that. Psst. Now here's the thing, it doesn't automatically go down. I might have mentioned it before in the first video. You have to squeeze the shaft while you have your hand and your fingers on the nodule. Let me do this, guy. I know you can't see nothing. While you have your fingers on the nodule, you have to squeeze the shaft to release the liquid. And you can actually feel the liquid releasing from the cylinder inside the shaft while you squeeze the nodule. That's the problem. That's what I failed to do.
That's a lot of work.
Seems like a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. Watch, now there'll be an app. Grok, inflate my dick. Grok, inflate your dick.
Family. So now, what happened? Your boy's sitting there, a little bit of discomfort. It took me about 15 minutes to get back home. And
I don't
as you
have
and I
one,
having
and
this very
I feel
conversation,
pain already,
your boy's
and
still,
I don't have one, so I can imagine.
I can't wait for that to go away. I will never ever again lay on my stomach half staff. I won't do it. I cannot do it. I need to be fully deflated before laying on my stomach. So fellas, you can go about your day, you can go to the gym, whatever it is that you want to do, not a problem. But when it comes to laying down on your business, on your manufactured boy, please do not do that. You are going to feel a little bit of discomfort. Now, for those of you that play solo, we're going to have this conversation. We're grown here. We're going to have this conversation. For those of you fellas out there that play solo, right? You do not have a significant other. You do not have just somebody that you link with from time to time. All you have is yourself, your peace of mind, and you still happen to play alone. Just to let you know, right now, you're still good to go. Now, here's the crazy thing. You're good to go whether you're on soft or whether you're on rock. You're still good to go. You are still going to orgasm all the same. Nothing changes. Here's the difference. if you notice anything, the shaft of the peen where the cylinder is right here.
How are we listening
as you
to
are
this?
pumping your little Reebok pump.
Do you want me to
You don't need that many pumps.
stop?
Don't get crazy, fellas. I told you this before. Do not get crazy because
I
it's
don't
going
know
to be
why
painful
I'm
if you get crazy. Trust me, I got crazy.
Because men need to know all the options and the ramifications of not taking care of your body. And look at this man. Like, if he would have lost a bunch of weight, I'm wondering if he would have needed this, to be honest with you. If he would have lost weight, help clean up his diet so he could clean out his arteries, I'm wondering if it would have been a different situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that play into that. There really is. So
There is.
Everything with your levels change. I've noticed that within myself. When I'm more stressed out and my adrenal glands are stressed, I'm really gonna have to go soon. Stop. I know you need a poke, dude. He's like sitting right here. He's crying.
Does he want to take him potty?
That's okay. I'm gonna take you potty in a minute.
We'll do a few more. This is almost over. It's only 15 minutes, so we only got like four or five more minutes, and then we'll end on that one. We'll do a segment 2 later on.
Yeah, because I do have to get going. But
I know you do.
It's when my body is stressed and then it messes with my adrenal glands and everything else, I do notice a change in my mood. And even though, as we have talked about before, like I am a very highly sex-driven person, when my body is stressed and my glands are stressed and my levels are not functioning the best, because that's what happens with mood. Like you having, stressors and things like that with your life affect all of that. So even though, like this morning, for instance, I was laying in bed and I was like, God, I'm so freaking horny. Like I just wanted to have some. Just laying there and I was like,
yeah,
this is awful.
I've been there.
I just like I just wanted.
You just want to cry. I know.
And then I was like, I'm not even gonna touch myself. I'm not even gonna do
too much work today. I'm just gonna get up and mope. Damn it.
Exactly. I was like, I'm just gonna get myself frustrated because I'm like, I shouldn't have to do this. And then it's like, but so then that's where it messes even with women. Like it messes with your libido because
it does.
It just messes with your libido because then I don't even have the drive to take care of the situation.
You're getting offers right now.
Like,
Sips everywhere. Clipping this for later. Yeah, me and Coco, we're hornballs laying in bed. Going, this is too much fucking effort. Somebody else needs to do it for us.
Right. But I mean,
exactly
what I mean. Like when your levels are off and stuff like that, it can affect that too, because it affects like your drive to want to achieve that. And men feel the same way. Like I know someone, I know someone that was having issues with low T. And the crazy thing is that he would still kiss his wife. His wife would be like, he still kisses me. He still tells me he loves me. He's still really sweet. But, he's just like, oh no, it's okay. Not tonight. It's okay. Not tonight. But it's because his levels were low. And he noticed that, but it didn't keep him from not being affectionate. And that's kind of like me. Like, it's not that I don't want to be affectionate with you, but like if my levels are off,
I feel like shit. Can I take a rain check?
Yes, when my levels are off, I'm not going to want to be the one that's going to initiate the act. So it may take me a while for us to get going, but I'm still going to want it. But
yeah.
Rev
the engine, boys. Rev the engine. For us women, we're no different than you. You guys get annoyed or pace the floor when you're too horny. We get depressed. We get irritable. We're just exactly the same way. Don't make me flip a table. I'll do it.
Crazy. That's how I know. Just go ahead and pump that bad boy up. 2 or 3 pumps. You're going to notice the firmness. The firmness in the shaft is there. The thing is, the head of the peen is still going to be soft. That does not get hard at all. The head of the peen, like when they put that cylinder in, they didn't put the cylinder all the way to the head of the peen. They put it just directly in the shaft. So that's where it actually gets firm. This part, the head, is still soft. Don't worry, you can still penetrate. However, if you're playing solo, if you're cycling, go ahead, man. You're about to get so familiar with yourself, kings, that you've never got familiar with yourself before. The time that you're going to spend actually, and I'm talking about outside of just peeing, holding your business and peeing, the time you're going to spend holding on to your boy every single day. It's a daily exercise. It is once a day, you need to cycle. All right?
See, I think it's to keep the tissues, I don't know the medical term for it. So I would imagine it has something to do with keeping the tissues malleable and whatnot in there. I want to know, is just the shaft get hard and the head stays soft? Does the whole thing get hard? I have no clue.
I think that's just what he said, though. Like, this does not, he says the head does not get hard. It's just the shaft. He said the top of the head is soft. But he said, that's why he said, but you can still penetrate. So the top part is not hard.
I'm kind of bummed when I hear this. Are you kind of bummed? I'm a little bummed that the head doesn't get hard.
Yeah.
You know. Oh my God, you two stop. Whatever.
All right. And we had this conversation. If you don't know what I'm talking about when it's cycling, because it's the first time that you're watching this video, real quick.
Dude,
when you
we're
have
two
to
horny
cycle
broads.
after
Leave us
getting
alone.
the implant inside of your manufactured peen now, you have to erect it. You have to pump it up. Reebok's pump.
Pump it up.
That boy right there is on soft. Reebok's pump it up. A little bit. Boom. A little bit. Firm that bad boy up. Boom. Third time. A little bit. Now, it's not going to do this. It's not going to go from here like that. That's not going to happen. Promise you. You are going to go from about here to right about here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. Nothing crazy. It's not. Don't think it's going to do that. It is not. It's going to get firm and it's going to be chilling, and then it's going to stop chilling, and that's about all you. And that's all you need. Trust me when I tell you. If you're freaky enough, that's all you need. You don't have to. This right here is lazy. This right here is all you need to proceed and get busy. This life, and I have to say it, this life gives you a sense of self, a sense of being, put you in a great mental place.
Great.
And a lot of people are going to say,
he knows when I did
you had
that.
to get
What
the
song that
operation
was?
because you're obese, because all you do is eat fast food. I'm here to remind you, ED happens to everyone. Not everyone in general, every man. All right. Erectile dysfunction can happen to you, and you could be the perfect bill of health. The perfect bill of health. Now, what you eat does make a difference. Trust and believe. You can lower the chances of ED by clean eating and exercise. So I'm not saying by clean eating and exercise, you'll be good for the rest of your life. It's more than that. It could be something that's mental, something that's physical, stress, anxiety.
God, it sounds like a woman describing it. I'm sure men go through this, but you know, it's just starting to sound like a woman. You know, my emotional status is making where I can't get erect. I don't know. I've seen a lot of dudes get erect for no reason, like when the wind blows. You know, it goes packs Coco the whole half of a year where I had no sex drive. Can I say the word sex on YouTube now? Did they make it a little lenient now? I don't know.
We were already using that word.
I know. And I keep wondering if I'm violating TOS. Fuck it, whatever. I'm not monetized yet. So, yeah, I'm not monetized yet. So, I know. Then he goes, and then I took a day off and was eating better. And then one day, my morning wood came back, and I wanted to pull a chick's hair and make a deposit. And he goes, "Mommy issues. If you like men, pick one or the other." Yeah. Stop being greedy. Stop dipping in both sides of the pool, people.
Neurological. There's a lot of other factors outside of clean eating and working out and staying fit and staying healthy that can cause ED. But yes, obesity, and processed foods, it will get you there a whole lot faster. Trust and believe that.
Yeah. And sitting there.
I know that.
Sitting on your
it
butt.
Got me there a whole lot faster. And they're like, well, damn, you can go ahead and reverse it just by changing the way that you eat. No, once you're there, you're there. Once you locked in, baby, you are locked in. You cannot prevent the inevitable. If it is going to happen, you can only lower the chances. But if it's going to happen to you, it's going to happen regardless. Please don't be shocked sitting there with your mouth open.
You know what? We're going to get Delgado on here. We're going to talk about this because that is a vein. Your penis is a vein. It's a major artery. Okay. And so obviously if you have erectile dysfunction, let's put aside other medical things like emotional status or a possible medication doing it to you, and just look at the physiognomy part of it. If you clean out your arteries, if you're using things like nitric oxide, then you're obviously going to keep your pathways more open. So we're talking about the arteries getting corroded, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion, not medical advices or experiences and things that we've learned, but it's just all for educational purposes. Yes, see, Sean, it's a vascular organ. Yes. So, obviously it's a circulation issue, fact start. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. So clean out your arteries, start there, and then deal with everything else as it's coming along, in my opinion. Now, Coco's got to go, and there's only 12 minutes out of the 15, and he just kind of goes on about the same thing. He's got another edition where he's actually showing the mechanics. And I thought that was a bit graphic, so I thought this was maybe the best introduction, and then we can go into that other type of a thing. So, I'm set to the wrong mic? I am? What the son of a gun? Oh, shit, he's right, I am. Nobody told me?
You're all fired. Sorry. Better. Well, Coco's got to go here in a minute.
Now I can't hear you. I could hear you before. The other one was better.
It's not working. What is going on?
I can hear you now. Normal.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. Too.
Yes, we could do a part 2, but yeah, Dexter is crying and he's farting, and I don't need him to poop my room.
I understand. I totally get it.
You know how Frenchies are. When they gotta go, they gotta go.
My girl has to dip. I have a weird echo. Shit. Okay. Well, thank you for telling me. Chris, welcome in. All right, Coco, the wonderful fitness model, and she is delicious, gentlemen. Take a look at her. She's a specimen. All right, she's got to book it, but she'll be back, and we're already talking about how to, do other things to revamp her channel. So stay tuned. All right, Coco, you want to say anything as you exit?
No, that I appreciate everybody in the chat always being sweet and supportive. You know that I love you to pieces, Star. And I appreciate you trying to help me to get back out there and giving me the confidence to get back out there and not be afraid to get out there. So I do appreciate you for that.
Anytime. I love you and appreciate you, and I want you to be happy, okay? And I want you to get out there and not let the past be any more of a hindrance. So that's what we're both going to be doing. Both of us broads are trying to encourage each other to move forward. We got a lot of real life crap going on. So, all right, Coco, I understand you got to go. So we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.
All right, gentlemen, are you liking what I'm presenting on the man stream? I'm sorry, there's no girls jumping up on trampolines with no bra on. Maybe that's another episode for another time. But until then, it's just about health and your wellness. I really appreciate all of you who came in. Do you have any questions before I go? Put it into the comment section, and I'll be sure to address it. When will be part 2? I will do part 2 probably in 2 weeks, more than likely. I'm going to probably coordinate it possibly with Delgado, and then I'll be coordinating with Deanna Winham, my doctor. And they both know each other, by the way. Not a doc. Yes, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving professional medical advice. We're looking at options, and we're looking at experiences, and that's what we're going off of. Whoa, guns! I'm stealing. What? What's going on? Huh? What's going on? I'm liking these guest spots with Coco. Okay, I know you like the guest spots with Coco. Do you like what the content is, though? Do you like the man stream? Stealing. I have no idea what's going on. Do you hate the fact we're addressing men's impotence? Do you like it? Do you like the fact we're addressing steroids, testosterone? Are you liking this? Let me know. The shows are pretty good. Okay, thank you. I don't know what he keeps saying theft about. I'm not sure. But anyways, W streamed with Nova. Okay, awesome. Awesome. All right, well, then we're going to keep it coming. I'm going to keep it coming because I'm all into health stuff anyway. So I'm going to drag all you with me. Good content. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Well, this is going on. And I'm gonna wrap it up here. I like most anything analytical and educational. Oh, cool. Yes, not a doctor, not medical advice. No, just opinions and options. Just get to see what's out there, right? And listen to other people's experiences and what works for them. Thank you, Toasty. Toasty with the mosty over there. All right, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you to Coco. And I'm going to wrap it up and tell you good night. Oh, wait. I think the both of you should dress as candy stripers and continually ask the chat if they have a booth. Well, then well, her and I are talking about coordinating outfits, so maybe we'll get coordinating costumes. You never know. We might just go that way. I want girls on trampolines. I knew it. I knew you want the man show. I knew it. I could smell it. Show me where it hurts. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me as your host, NovaStar. Get ready for all this really awesome stuff that I'm going to be slamming at you. You ready for it? All right. I love you all. Thank you for being with me at School of Thot. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Good night.